Hello YouTube, this is Carl at BMX Guy. Today I got the Carver Ti at the house, so I can work on it. I don't know if people watch this and wonder why I come to the parents' house. It's just a quiet getaway for this part. But I was messing around with looking at the Onyx and its placement. So I got 3 2mm spacers on the inside. I have the sprocket facing where the fender part is on the outside and the more space parts on the inside, so it's more in line with the front. So what that means is that technically right now, if I use this caliper, right, the caliper measures at about 10mm, which on here would be what? I don't know. About 1/2, a little less than 1/2. A little more than 3/8. I mean, there is a mark, I just can't really say, like, 1/2 is a little bit further over than that. So, yeah. So the front, it's about this spider technically makes the outside of the sprocket at 47 and 45 on the inside. So this would be 45 on the outside, 43 on the inside. The normal spacing with this, you know, the spacers that the profile cogs the drivers come with is, I guess, 5mm. So generally the inside would be like 43 and 45 anyway, which doesn't make much sense to me. But so yeah, we're gonna try out this setup with this front spider again. Now I like the 130 spider. Originally I was gonna put a 144 spider on there, but I can't find a 144 Surly ring anymore, meaning they probably have to stop making them. But the Surly stainless steel chain rings are probably your best chain rings you can get. They last the longest. Oh, they're not aluminum, they're light. That whole weight difference makes a difference. I like spending money on my new sprocket every year. No, I don't. So I arrived at 10-year, or at least 10-year turnaround sprocket right there. I mean, they last a long time, like at least 10 years. Judging by how they're working with the other bike that I'm using with. The Onyx cog actually doesn't look like it really wore at all in the last 100 kilometers I rode it. So I rode 2 50-kilometer rides 2 weeks ago. You know, a Sunday and Monday. And then last week I did 100 kilometers. Or the last Monday it just passed. I couldn't even ride at all really on Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, at the end of the one video I said these pads are fine. They are fine. They're actually working good. The nice thing about the fall brake is that you can tow your brake with the P-clamp. So as long as the pad's hitting like where it needs to, where it's just a little bit more than, it's about flat. If it's more than flat, it's going to start walking down. But this way it starts walking straight eventually. So I don't think I'll let them wear out that soon. It simplifies the whole adjustment of the pad, where it's just the P-clamping up and down. You don't have this cone washer messing with you, making it more of a pain in the ass actually. So in many ways, if you did use a linear pad, a normal one, you don't have to use the cone washers for this brake. Especially if a wide rim and you're having a problem with the arms sticking out too far, you can just not use the cone washers on the inside at all and just bolt it right down. If it's a cool stop pad, usually they throw it all the way, not just like the cartridges have like the smooth part. Like, I don't know, I have to look at them. But if you look at, yeah, those pads usually are threaded all the way to the end, but the cartridge pads, they're usually smooth. Give me a look at them, they're kind of smooth. So you can't thread them all the way, so you still got to use some kind of washers on the outside. But you don't have to use any the cone washers, because the design of the brake is that you can adjust everything else this way. So you just have it straight. As long as the pad hits straight when it hits the rim, like it's done with both these brakes, that's fine. But yeah, we have this bike working. Riding the 16 to 17 pound bike 50 kilometers every day, and then I do some hill regiments where I ride through a graveyard. That's usually fine. Let's put all this stuff here. Forget about that. I have the other 3-speed driver set up with the Surly cog and the chain that was on that bike, so I just gotta change that lock ring to something nicer. This is gonna go on the 125R for the Ragbri. Now this has mileage on it since last year, but yeah, they're not really warranted. I mean, if you look at them, if I can focus on them, they're still pretty good. They're just wore on the outside. You know, that sliding mark from the inside chain links. But yeah, I'm just going to put the chain that was on this, since it didn't really have much mileage on it. I don't think it's more than 500 miles since I put it on there. But this is the spire that was on there normally, which has like an offset to it, if you look at it this way. The one that's on there doesn't. So I'm most more likely to have the chain hit, the frame. But if I just listen to music, I don't really notice it as much. I don't think it hits the bumps and stuff, like it's like a gauge. If you're not on a too bumpy of a road, it'll rattle against the frame. So just stay out the bumpy roads, it's fine. This has a better blackness to it. I kind of wish like that spider over there had a shinier black to it. But when I bought it, they were saying they were out of stock and had to do it like on the spot, so they just made it flat, I guess, I don't know. But this is the titanium one that I showed that was teeth wore out on it, so this is ready for action. I have other projects going on. Like I was going to try to put these on, the fixed gear setup. So I got that folding piece to make this a little higher. But in many ways, I'd rather have this something that's not aluminum, extended up, like a titanium riser piece. Would be better, but it's gonna flex too. There's no way to not have flex. You can always just put like that on there and just stick like a 31/8 or something. I just want to try to use these handlebars or something again, because they were bought for a Bike Friday I bought many years ago, and I ended up selling right away. Because it was, if you think that this is flexy, because usually titanium frames are flexy. That Bike Friday was like a rubber band. But people like that, I guess. People like the rubber band feel. I don't know. I kind of like a frame that feels like it's not going to like break out from underneath me and shatter to pieces. Kind of like what the Bike Friday felt like, so that's why I got rid of it. I've been wanting to put this on the Speed Uno, which I may have a video coming for that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just here. I'm sick for some reason, so I've been trying to edit the video and not have coughing or runny noses or something. The handlebars you see here, I had for like, what, 10 years? And I do want to have new bars on there that are kind of higher, so I can get rid of that tall spacer. But, I'm not sure what I'm doing there. Other things I like to change about it is like, maybe if I do run it on the Ragbri, I gotta put like some kind of front rack. Maybe just put it like I did on the other one with the adapters. Because it's like having food, and if I don't have to carry my stuff, I'll just like use this bike. But Doesn't really matter. I don't know. So this is a B-log, folks. This is just BS. Well, yeah, the Carver Ti is pretty much set up as it needs to be. I have computer builds going on here, so all I did was just build things and take things apart. But yeah, I'm gonna see how this does with the drivetrain again. So I keep taking this off, putting this back on. This is kind of like how I did with the Avid brakes and the Paul brakes. Or is it better or worse to do this? Are the Paul brakes better? Are the Avid brakes better? Is this 130 Spider better? Is the 110 Spider better? Is the rear wheel further forward better? Or is the rear wheel further back better? It's called trial and error, trying to figure out what's good. I mean, I don't know. I just did the 100 ride. I didn't have to eat lunch. I just did the ride. And I felt good because the week before I did those 2 50-kilometer rides, one on Sunday and one on Monday. And I was climbing hills in the graveyard, like they're pretty good grades. So when I did the ride out to Phoenixville, that one hill that I was definitely tired in the video, well, I wasn't really that tired. I mean, I felt a lot better than normal. And the fact that the bike is lighter, more, you know, usable, I have to say that it's fine. But it can get lighter. I can put a 32-hole rear wheel on there. You know, get a 32-hole rim, get a 32-hole hub. I can go 28, but I don't really have good intention with 28. The folding bike that I put a coaster brake on, I tried 28-hole coaster brakes, and the spokes just keep breaking every time I add a little bit of weight to myself. Like, you know, a backpack with a U-lock, then you have a 6-pack of beer or something. And they're 6 pounds, if they're pounders, plus the 5-pound U-lock. So you're just adding 10 pounds to yourself when you're 180 pounds. Right, so if you're 185 pounds right now, you're 195 with the backpack loaded. Then if you're wearing pants, a heavy winter coat, you're adding even more weight. And 28 spokes doesn't hold that weight. Meaning, I was breaking spokes. Now, they weren't breaking at the J-bends the last time. They were breaking at the threads, like right at the base, like pop, pop. And I'll have to look in that. Have to look at that. So this is the B-lock post, remember? We're looking at everything. We got our hoard stash. That's the other reason why I come here. So this is the wheel, this 28 that I had on the folding bike. One of these spokes is broken. Where is the broken spoke? It didn't magically fix itself. Oh, there you are. Okay, so what's interesting about it is that what's really been happening is that they're breaking right at the edge of the threads. It's like when I had these cut from Universal Cycles. So it's like they either cut them wrong. I figured to use the fill cutter, so I don't know. But the spokes they keep doing that. The last time I used it, I laced it a different way. So you see how it's laced? Where the outside spokes are actually facing forward versus facing back before. I was thinking that would make a difference with the J-bends at least, which it kind of probably did. But these spokes are breaking on the ends. They're also double-bladed spokes. the wheel I have on the folding bike now, they're straight gauge spokes that haven't really had any problems since day one. But there's 36 spokes, you know, versus 28. I have all this stuff. I tried to put these on eBay, these freaking folding bike forks and stuff like that. There's people that ask questions, what's the length of the steering tube? It was on the Speed Uno stock. I didn't cut it at all. I didn't do nothing. But nobody wants to buy anything. Like they want shit for free, I guess. I got lots of stuff that I like to get rid of. Well, the GT is definitely staying, but I got the Dynamo hub that I can just put on the GT at Nexus. There's the 8-speed hub here hanging out. Got frames hanging out. I mean, generally, I kind of wanted it for a project, but I don't know. Standard is going to repaint. But yeah, this is like the hoard closet. So, I got stuff here. There's a hoard in the bedroom. I can't put this stuff at the apartment. So, that's why it's here. So, the reason my door is closed is because people watch TV with TV really loud. But yeah, I'm going to try out that sprocket again. It's probably quieter out there than here. It just has a white noise of fans running. But yeah, anyway, that's just the end of the vlog about. Well, it's basically another sprocket about, or video about the Onyx cog and its wear after 100 kilometers. But it's also about other things. Anyway, yeah, this is that BMX guy. Thanks for watching.